Jamie gets down on his knees. And then Lord John Grey comes and pulls the sword and puts it up to his neck. Last week when I was in New York, we were watching Outlander with the girls from the New York Outlanders. All debts paid. I was watching an episode and I was thinking, Ardsmuir Prison, that is definitely Craigmillar Castle. Obviously I did some research afterwards, and of course it is Craigmillar Castle. Craigmillar Castle, as I mentioned in that interview with the girls, is about 500 metres from my house, maybe even less. And in today's vlog, I wanted to prove that to you. So I'm walking from here in my front gate to Craigmillar Castle, Ardsmuir Prison, and I'm going to show you. We're going to turn into the fields, start going up the hill. Up that way. Okay, so just over 2 minutes walking and we're already halfway up the hill, Craigmillar Castle Hill. In that gap right there, can't see it at the moment, but Craigmillar Castle is just in that gap between those trees. Up through this clearing, I'm going to head up. It's coming on autumn here in Scotland and look, these trees are just starting to turn. They're going to be an absolutely beautiful shade of copper pretty soon. I love it up here. I usually take the dogs, but they would have been difficult to do this vlog filming with the dogs. They're a bit nuts, badly behaved, so I left them at home today. But this is the usual place where I walk the dogs. Just made it kind of to the top of the hill, and just behind me was the top of Craigmillar Castle in the wee gap. Wow, it's absolutely beautiful in the light. I love this castle. It's so cool that they used this in Outlander and it made an excellent Ardsmuir Prison. I find this quite funny, and I said this in the interview I did with the girls last week, but all the Outlander locations thus far have been out in the country a little bit, and that's where all the fans have been going in their droves to get a glimpse of all the places where Jamie and Claire have been. I think this is the first one that's actually been within Edinburgh, the city. I'm expecting to see hordes of Outlander fans right here in my back garden coming to see the beautiful Craigmillar Castle. Another interesting thing for you as well is they've recently filmed 2 other things up here apart from Outlander. One is it the Rebel King? So there's a series coming out on Netflix next year all about Robert the Bruce. They were filming here a couple of weeks ago. And Mary Queen of Scots, which is a film about the Scottish Queen. And the part of that story is actually here at Craigmillar as well. So a lot of production's happening right here in my back garden. That's crazy. 7 minutes walking from here to Ardsmuir Prison. Right there behind me, Craigmillar Castle. Absolutely stunning place. Okay, so that's me right at the front of Craigmillar Castle right there. It has taken 8 minutes. Not long at all. I'm going to go inside and tell you a little bit more about the place because it's fascinating, great history, an absolutely beautiful castle, and right here in the heart, the city of Edinburgh. So that means if you are in Edinburgh, you'll be able to see a very important Outlander filming location right here in the city. And I highly recommend that you do that. Front of the castle, Ardsmuir Prison.
God knows what you did to be sent here.
And here we are. I'm actually inside and I'm going to do a tour. I will confess, right now, this is a day after the other clips that you saw earlier on. I came here yesterday up the hill to do a shoot at the castle, and obviously it was a brilliant sunset evening, but I didn't account for the fact that the castle was closed. So I've come back today, a day later. It's quite windy. It's obviously a lot greyer, but nonetheless, we're doing a tour of Craigmillar Castle, Ardsmuir Prison from Outlander Series 3, Episode 3. I'm in Craigmillar Castle. I'm ashamed to say that I've lived very, very close to here, as I say, 500 metres for all the last few years, and I've never actually been inside. That is really shameful. This is a courtyard that was in Outlander where all the prisoners were, and it's looking pretty good right now with all the red berries falling on the ground.
Oh, I did see a few YouTube ones talking about the different.
Might be me.
Yeah, it might have been you, actually.
There's not many people from Scotland in it.
Oh yeah, you were talking about different. It might have been you.
Yeah,
I think I saw you for sure.
Probably was. There's not many Scottish people doing it.
You did some very funny things if it was you.
Where are you guys from?
Maryland.
Maryland.
Well, so we came over from the United States. I said, well, I'm going to set up this tour. I said, it's not going to be obnoxious Outlander. It's going to be stuff that looks real and is, not only looks real, but it is real, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So.
Not Disneyland.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about Outlander is they have actually used just authentic locations. This is a real castle. The other ones are.
This is beautiful. This is quite a place.
Yeah,
amazing.
very interesting. Yeah.
And I'm really ashamed to say that literally I've counted it's 500 meters down the hill I live, and I've never been in here. Well, I hope you enjoy your trip. Anyway,
yeah, I'll look you on YouTube.
Cheers.
Okay.
See you later. This place is totally beautiful right now with all the red berries and stuff on the ground. Amazing, incredible. Look at that, so red. Even though unfortunately we've only got like 10 minutes before this place closes, so I wanted to come and do a wee bit of a recreation of that infamous scene with Jamie and Lord John Grey. Has to be done. So I've just been watching on my phone to try and find out exactly where it happened. So there's two of them in the scene, but I've brought a mate along. That's Jack, and he is going to be Lord John Grey in this little recreation. Although you've got a beard. I even bought a wee plastic sword for the event, right? Oh, I just broke it. Yes! Got it in. How about that? And Jamie gets down on his knees. And then Lord John Grey comes and pulls the sword and puts it up to his neck.
I am not a murderer of unarmed prisoners.
We were just totally looking in the wrong direction. Like, it is right here behind us, this corner, where Lord John Grey was taking a piss at night. Jamie sneaks up behind him, gets him by the neck, and that is obviously one of the most iconic scenes so far in the series, I would imagine. So we're just looking around for the place where that scene happened, right? And we couldn't find it. Looking around, is it over there? Is it over there? There was a couple of gates we were looking at. Turned around and it's bloody right here in the corner. How funny is that? So this was obviously the courtyard where the Jacobite prisoners were kept, right here. I was hoping we might be able to climb up, but I'm not off for sure. This place is like a labyrinth of tunnels. Tell you what, this is an old spooky castle. I wouldn't like to be kept in here at night, locked up. Look at all these tunnels, it's amazing, beautiful place. And as I say, me and Jack have been talking about this, right? But Mary Queen of Scots was here for a couple of weeks of her life, but a very important couple of weeks. And that's why this is going to be a part of the Mary Queen of Scots movie that they're making. It is imagined that Mary Queen of Scots was here many times in her life, but there are only 2 official records of her visits, when it said she came here to recover from depression. This is a beautiful castle, can't believe. Look, this would have been the main hall where they did all their big events. It's quite haunted as well actually, so if any of you guys see any ghosts in the background, do please let me know. Right, one more floor I think, and then we'll be up in the turret. I cannot believe I bought a £6 plastic sword for this. Here we are, up and open. I think we are here on the turrets. What a view. You can see exactly why this place was where it was. Like, you've got a commanding view of all of Edinburgh from up here. Whew, I need to catch my breath. The sword is now a useful pointer for this video purpose. But out there, exactly where I'm pointing is Edinburgh Castle. Mountain there behind me, Arthur's Seat. This is absolutely beautiful up here, very windy though. That's why I've got my jacket on today instead. So this is a funny thing, right? As I said, I live 500 metres down that way. Jack lives 500 metres probably the other way. We are both living either side of this castle. We've both never been up here. That is why Scottish people need to get into Outlander and learn more about history. You need to get down there, up the other side. If you're scared of heights, don't look down. What is this? Actually pretty high. Wow. This apparently is the principal bedchamber. Back in those days, the toilets were basically big holes in the ground on the side of the castle, and it all just flowed out the side of the walls. And only the kings and queens would have had a room like this. So, probably some very important people. I dare say Mary Queen of Scots herself probably stayed right here in this room, being the principal bedchamber. Also, it would have had a very fancy bed here and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, wow, what a piece of history right next to where I live. These stairwells up and down. Brilliant view of the main hallway. Up here as well. So a lot of the doorways and stuff here have got really short, so basically need to watch your head. The ghost of Mary Queen of Scots. I wonder if she's roaming about these grounds. Back out into the main entrance of the castle. This badge up there behind me, I absolutely love it. It's amazing. It's got 3 unicorns up there. The unicorn, if you don't know, is Scotland's national animal. It also has what looks like a ship, and next to it a barrel. Awesome, absolutely love that badge. So cool to have this on the front of the castle. Heavy iron gate. Would not like to be locked in there at night. It's quite a spooky place, but absolutely awesome. In fact, I say this every time I come to a new castle, but that is absolutely one of my new favourite castles. Craigmillar Castle, and it's 515 metres from my house. You have to make sure you come here. It is brilliant, and obviously plays an important part in one of the most iconic scenes so far of, one of the most iconic scenes, not the most, of season 3 of Outlander. Very, very cool place. And as I say as well, this place is going to be more and more used in films upcoming. Outlaw King is the name of the series by Netflix about Robert the Bruce. The Outlaw King, and also Mary Queen of Scots the movie, which is coming out next year. Love it. Scotland on the big screens. Can't beat it.